that you never sent the dog DNA kit to our house.
Oh,
He was like,
that's right. I forgot to do that. I gotta send this swab.
oh, look at this fantastic over here.
How you doing?
Here, it's so good to see you.
Put you a paper.
But I might not have any here.
Let's have Shelley and Ben.
Who are they?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on the side.
See that leg? Hey, can you hold my phone? Thank you. I'm this way. Come here.
Then I need Kate.
We could both sort of gesture and it just sort of
Ben.
go. Not even
Let me tell you, give you some advice.
Whereas Ben, in my defense, they were at my
Shelley's humans.
Well, you know, the box is selling. Oh, yes, the vault is selling. Stiller. Yes. But I just like that.
Oh, okay. Megan needs to point you in a direction.
Important in this one.
Sorry. My name is Megan. I am in charge, okay? This is the order that you're going to be standing in tomorrow. There's going to be a huppah, so we might have to switch things. So yay! You are not going to move until they get all the way down.
We keep walking all the way that way, but for now we're just faster. Sadar, I feel like a movie star.
You are.
You didn't know that? You
I
didn't read.
honestly had not given it
You
any
didn't read
thought.
the. You didn't read the memo.
I did not read the memo. I will confess. I will confess I've not read the memo, and I apologize to Megan wherever she is, because that means she went to all that trouble and I didn't pay any attention. We're good.
She's busy wrangling grandfathers right now.
I think all the grandfathers are here.
Up front. Let's switch off. Yep, there we go.
Oh, no.
I gotta be on this
Ben,
No.
No,
you're riding solo.
Actually, I don't know which side you're sitting
I
on.
don't know which side I'm on.
You're on that
So,
side.
okay.
Oh, then this works.
Sierra.
According to Megan's book, the grandparents got seated first, so I guess that's you and Lib and me and Pat.
Well, I've got a problem with Lib.
I'm gonna be here.
Her wheelchair does not roll forward
In this grass.
in the grass. The only way you can really roll it is backwards.
So anyway,
Right here.
I guess.
Okay.
With their phones.
Well, that's okay. I can hold
am
the
I
phone.
sitting in your...
Little things. I don't think we have a thing about that. I don't know.
Am I stopping?
Oh, yeah, you gotta stop.
me thing.
No, I think we just keep on going.
You gotta stop.
About 8 minutes.
You have to get past it in and
Give her a hug, give her a
Take out things legs on the
do
way down.
something. Ooh, cartwheel. Okay. And then
It's pretty hard to be in charge in this family.
Face forward.
Okay. Well, yes, I guess y'all need to face each other. That's true. So automatically turn and face each other, and I'll keep you apart. Okay.
Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Ruth 1:16 is not a commitment from a bride to her husband.
So what she's saying is she doesn't trust you.
Okay, so Jack,
Good call.
why don't I get the rings of wise move?
And I'll hold it up.
say my first rodeo.
The exchange of rings is a beautiful and important part of both Jewish and Christian traditions. And my beloved is mine.
I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine.
Put this ring on Benjamin's finger. Okay, I'm taking bets as to whether she remembers all that. Shekinah. Shekianu. Blessing, Hebrew, who is given us life, is a common Jewish prayer said to celebrate what?
Sorry, it's okay.
Go ahead.
We'll figure it out.
Go
I
ahead.
don't think you have to read the. Do you want him to read? You wrote this. Do you want him to read the Hebrew part?
Wikipedia read it.
Why don't you read the whole thing?
Go ahead. No, you're doing it. I want you to do the English. Wedding and
I just don't know that we need to read Hebrew at that part.
It was hard to find.
By the power of your love and by the commitment you have made, with great joy, I pronounce you husband and wife.
We did it.
Benjamin, please kiss your bride.
We did it. Yay! Kissing.
So we don't need to do it tomorrow, right?
Just sign the paperwork, we're done.
We've already done it. I'll sign the papers.
To back out for kiss photos and then step back in, put the glass on the ground, stomp it. And I just need I need a clear shot of the couple in Pilot Mountain. Okay, so you've stomped the glass, now you're recessing.
And everybody's saying yay!
Yay! Oh, I'm gonna step on this dress. It's not boding well for tomorrow. We did it.
Yeah.
Take one. I felt like we would never get my grandfather. He's very concerned about all the things. Your job, just breathe. Okay.
It's a lot of words. No, yeah, there was one point in there I wasn't sure.
You
saw me. I was like, wait. Oh, God. This is right.
Yeah. Well, we got back a week ago, and we had a wedding in Philadelphia actually.
And he was like, just spare some chili. So like I just got out of the
There you go.
Now, Pam and I have been married how long? Too long. So we've been married 32 years, and I'm still getting sass from her. So next is Jim and Liv McCluskey. Married 68 years. One of the most important people in our life and in Ben's life, Elsa Jardine. Ben's grandmother, emotionality, married to Ben's granddad, Brian, who couldn't travel to be here. They're married 66 years. Richard and Pat Pascal, Shelley's grandparents, who I've gotten to know pretty well over the last year. Married 56 years. Tom and Kathy McCluskey, Shelley's parents, from Pilot Mountain, married 29 years. And of course, we cannot forget Jack, Shelley's brother, still looking for his soulmate. Ladies, he's single. So, Jack can put me up to that.
Benjamin Max Goldberg was our second grandson. And I remember hoping when he was born that he might be a little more placid than our first grandson, which he was, his cousin Alex, who almost drove us completely balmy. No offense, Alex. Benjamin was a gentle boy, but as he grew older, he developed enthusiasms, is the only word that I can think to describe it. The one I remember was his golf phase. And when he was in his teens, he used to come in the summer, his mum thought it was good that he would spend a week to get to know his grandparents. And so this one summer, when he got the golf thing, he showed up with a whole set of golf clubs, everything, and a huge box of energy drinks. You remember this? And he couldn't wait to get to the driving range. So I took him over there. It was about 5 minutes from the house, drove him over. And about 15 minutes later, he called and said, okay, now I'm ready to come home. And I think it was because he finished the energy drink. And then there was the next phase that I remember distinctly was, I think it must be Indian, some Indian vibes in you, that he got interested in tea. And he started, do you remember collecting tea? Well, of course that didn't last very long. So you know who's a big tea drinker, the one who got all the tea was his English grandmother. So I was very happy about that. And then there was the phase with he and Ben Drew became miniature minor arsonists. They were always blowing things up. And I could not, for the life of me, understand why. But then after the fact, you have to remember, Ben became not only a lawyer, but a very good cook. And I think it must have started there. Because if he ever gives up lawyering, he could be a chef, right? And that's all I
stands tall. For tomorrow, Shelley, as his bride, he will take. But tonight, how much embarrassment can we make? Benjamin Max was a miracle child. He took his time. His birth was wild. 4 days of labor, but did I complain? Yes, every birthday I remind him again. He didn't have a sibling, but a dog as a brother. He didn't seem to care that there wasn't another. I don't say we spoiled him, but I won't be a liar. We're still convinced that he's the Messiah. He went to Jewish schools, B'nai Shalom and Aha, but never a young lady did he bring home to his mom. Arts and science summer camps, didn't mention a girl, but then he went to App State, started giving it a whirl. No one was worthy the dates he would make. The one with the camo cap, she took the cake. Just when we thought he'd graduate alone, there was the day he shocked us on the phone. Senior year, in mid-January it was, he told us something that created a buzz. He told us his status on Facebook was new. Now he was in a relationship. What should we do? We could tell our boy had found his match and wanted to meet his young lady, Natch. A dinner was planned while Dad was away. They came down the mountain to see what Mom would say. Never a pushover. Her son is her heart. I loved dear Shelley, right from the start. So cute together. I could tell it was true. Called Lawrence that night and said she would certainly do. There's more. Then Ben got mono, that kissing disease he had. Shelley took care of him, even though he smelled bad. We came to App to bring him home to Dr. John. Dr. John. Excuse me. And Lawrence met Shelley and agreed she's the one. When they graduated together, her parents we met. Tom and Kathy, how much better could it get? And Pat and Richard, who celebrated along, became friends with my mom. Nothing could go wrong. They stayed together, although often apart they might be. Shelley in Atlanta, and Ben traveling internationally. Then, after a few months, they made a plan. Let's go to Colorado, and off they ran. Out west to Denver they wanted to go, seeking out breweries, new friends, and snow. Lawrence flew out to help them find their new place. Poor Tom drove them out, moving furniture into the space.
I hate Kansas.
Shelley got a great job. Ben went to school. They made lots of friends. It was all cool. Kathy came out and found them a cat. Teddy took over. On the hammock he sat. On a trip home, Ben told us he was ready to marry Shelley so their future was steady. To Gary Simons he and Dad went with Haley on the phone. Together they designed an engagement ring that stood alone. This is where the part we show. In the mountains that December, Ben took a stand and to Shelley Elizabeth asked for her hand. Yes was the answer. We all kind of knew. And now we're here celebrating these two. He passed the bar. She earned her master's. Life seems now like it's going much faster. They bought a house and added Smokey. Nothing about their friends could be described as low-key. That's you, Tyler. We celebrate, smile, and have a toast to the children we love the most, and Jack. We couldn't be happier or prouder of these two. Don't you wish this poem had been haiku?
1, 2, 3, open your eyes. Okay.
I got it.
Come on.
And I grew so strong, and I learned how to get along with the from outer space. I just walked inside you, you realize as I look upon your face. good